Today we're going to find out who does the best cupcakes in Leighton Buzzard. Okay, so this is Dee. He's the master baker and he's trialing out the cupcakes. Gonna grade each cupcake and you'll let me know which one he likes best. His reaction for this one wasn't very good. I think Dee recognizes this one a mile away. Cut another one of that so I can try it. Yeah, it's sickly. Cut me another slice of that one.
No, this one.
Best.
This one has a little bit different taste, like something more in it.
That one's the best. And everything else is average. Nothing special.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, welcome to Amore Bakery. My name is Paolo and I am the owner and operator here. What makes us unique is the fact that we hand deliver corporate and branded cupcakes anywhere in the country, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. So that means if you need 300 cupcakes delivered on a Sunday morning, we can do it. The benefits of this is the fact that the cupcakes will arrive in perfect condition, on time and fresh. Today I'm doing something different. I decided to find out from all the shops in Leighton Buzzard at least. I went and bought every single cupcake available from all the shops in this town. I first went to Tesco's. One thing I found out is they've got the most variety. They have these big trays of 18 cupcakes for £5, which look like this. They also have Cadbury's cupcakes, which look like this. Okay. And then they have these more like sort of premium cupcakes, which look something similar to this. They're 50p and 59p. Then afterwards, I went to Aldi. There was no cupcakes there. I know that they sell cupcakes, but they had no cupcakes whatsoever. After Aldi, I went to Waitrose. They didn't have that much. Let me just check. Which one was Waitrose? Was this one? Yeah, Waitrose. Okay, so that's the one for Waitrose. This one cost 62p. After Waitrose, I went to Amore Bakery, which is this one. Okay. Amore Bakery. After Amore Bakery, I went to Morrison's. Then from Morrison's, I went to the new Marks and Spencer's food hall. Something funny happened in Waitrose. As I was paying for the cupcakes, because I bought everything available, the lady recognized me because I'm very active on Facebook, and she says, "Oh, I didn't know you needed more cupcakes." And I was like a little bit embarrassed because I felt a bit dodgy, like maybe she thought I was gonna resell the cupcakes. But then I whipped my camera out and I explained to her that I'm just doing a video, and she says, "Oh, I hope we win." But you know, in this case, Waitrose actually came up quite high. After me and the baker tasted all the cupcakes, we found out very quickly that they are all very similar. The baker spotted straight away the best cupcakes that I thought were good as well. Straight away spotted the more expensive cupcakes. We thought we weren't gonna review our cupcakes because we're gonna be biased, you know, we're always gonna think our cupcakes are the best. But in this case, after trialing all of them, it was really interesting to see that even not trying to be biased, we both agreed that our cupcake was actually the best. And one of the reasons is, if you look at all the cupcakes, you can see that they're all quite small, but then when you compare it with one of our cupcakes, you can see that we do a lot of sponge and not so much cream. But if you look at all the other cupcakes, especially this one, which only costs 27p, it's a tiny sponge and a bit of cream. So let me show you what it looks like. So look at this. It's literally a tiny bit of sponge. Tiny bit of sponge and a bit of cream on top. These are all made by machine, by the way. The only one that was made by machine was ours. But then the only ones that might be a bit extra sponge were this one over here. But it's still tiny amount of sponge. But then when you look at our cupcakes, there's a lot of sponge. Look at that. A lot of sponge on our cupcakes. And then the cream is obviously, you know, hand piped in. All these other cupcakes were literally made by machines. But I'm happy to announce that besides our cupcakes, Waitrose was by far a second close. So this one over here. And it's called, I think it's a gooey cupcake. So by the way, I bought all cupcakes that were available. Anything that said cupcakes, we bought it. And this one was like a gooey cupcake. And I will show you over there. Look at that. This one, the sponge was really moist. The cream was nice. Yeah, it was all very good. But one thing I found out was that the shelf lives vary from 2 days to 21 days to 28 days. Morrison's vegan cupcakes were quite dry. These ones over here. The conclusions we came out with was that many of the cupcakes are basically the same. The baker said that Waitrose cupcake and this Cadbury's one cupcake was his two favorite ones of the Amore Bakery's one. But then everything else was pretty much the same. It wasn't anything outstanding. So, and I got a gut feeling they're all made by the same company because they all look pretty similar. And they all tasted very similar. One takeaway from this is how sweet all of them tasted, even the Waitrose one. They tasted really sweet. And I know this because once we tasted all the cupcakes and then we tasted our cupcake, we thought, wow, this one is not sweet at all. And the ingredients show. So, for example, our buttercream, we use the ratio of, for every kilo of butter or margarine that we use 2 kilos of icing sugar. I've got a gut feeling that the ratio is 1 to 5 with all the other ones. So 1 kilo of butter or icing will be 5 kilos of sugar. So it's really, really sweet. And I think they have to have this kind of shelf life, 3-week shelf life, they have to be really, really sweet to be able to survive the transport. And by the way, I dropped one of the boxes. I think it was this one. I dropped this one on the floor, literally the box upside down. It didn't splatter, it didn't do anything. It still stayed perfect. You know, if that had happened to our cupcakes, it would have squashed completely. So that's the big takeaway. Takeaway number one is the sponge is quite anemic in all these cupcakes, and then the cream is really, really sweet. One thing we want to do is, from now on, every time there's another shop that we can buy cupcakes from, I'll just buy it and then review it. I think that's a good thing to do. So my next review will be a Costco cupcakes. They do these big, massive, giant cupcakes. So I'm going to review that one. If you know of any other shops I need to go and check out, just comment on this post or video. We're going to be doing this more often. One of the ideas that we've got is to go to London and go to all these posh cupcake places in the shopping centers like Hummingbird Bakery, Harrods, and all these Lola's cupcakes. We're going to go and review every single one of them, and it should be interesting. I hope you enjoyed this video and give it a thumbs up. Bye!